Hey folks, Vortex here and welcome to my review of the Moondrop Moca, which is quite a cute image. And yeah, these are I think a TWS style. So I don't think they're as expensive as the ultrasonic, but obviously it's not typically budget. So yeah, again I have not tried these. As you can see, it's still sealed. So yeah, full disclaimers, I'd like to thank Shenzhen Audio Store for sending it to me, so thank you very much. I was not paid to do this video, and all thoughts and opinions are my own. And yeah, a few of the recent Moondrop kind of products, like the Bluetooth stuff, has actually been pretty good. So I'm quite curious to see what this is like. So yeah, see you in the next clip. So that's what you get. So like I said, the artwork, a bit of info. So okay, so there's SBC, AAC, and LC3. So for your very new phones, Bluetooth 5.4. There's all the profiles. So yes, quite a new kind of codec, 10 meters range, which is fine. Charge time, 1.5 from the earphones, about 2 from the case. That's fine. Battery life, 6 hours from the earphones. I wish it would have been probably a touch better, but obviously we'll see about that. Not many folks are using these for 6 hours straight, so bear that in mind. And obviously 15 hours from the case, and that's that. So again, they tried to keep the cost down. Very familiar case, but it's actually got a proper lid. Okay, didn't know that. Charge cable is in there. So tips, I guess it's got 2 already fitted. Charge cables in here. It's good to say they've used some cardboard. So there's the charge cable. Your focus is Type C to USB-A. A bunch of paper. Let's have a look. Again, cardboard, so it's not too bad. So I think something about the company there. QC Pass. The Moca. Hi-Fi sound quality. ANC. So they may have active noise cancellation. I'm not too sure. I'll have a look at this in a sec. Operation to how to use them. Let's get to the beginning. That's it. Connection, although this is basic, but you can pause it if you want to. Connection, operation, so it's got quite a lot of things. So it does have noise cancellation switch. Okay, standard mode, transparency mode, game mode. No volume control, I don't think. Charging indicators, and there's the specs. So yeah. Actually got a lid. It's Type C button if it pairs. Yes, leave it for pairing, but seems pretty good. Yeah, same kind of shell design as some of the others. I think is the ultrasonic. Looks a bit more plain looking, and that's it. Again, as you say, I've not tried these. Some sensor there. Maybe that's a proximity thing. So if you take them out, it pauses. I don't know. Obviously, I'll find out. And yeah, so spend a bunch of time with these. I think these work with the app, which means it's a pain to graph because it's got different profiles. So just you'd have to bear with me. And yeah, so I'll see you in the next clip. So welcome to my review section, the Moondrop Moca. So anyway, this is what it looks like. And I do prefer this case over the original. Instead of a case in a case, this is more normal and obviously helps stop the dust getting in. Shape wise, it seems to be basically the same as the ultrasonics. Obviously this is what it looks like. Very straightforward, but yeah, probably. And I like how quickly the light goes off. So when you put these units into charge, it goes off really quick compared to I've got it here. Like this light, it takes forever to go off. Makes no sense. Yes, it's good to tell that it's charging. And also, he doesn't have to stay on forever. Anyway, that's my little rant out of the way. That leads me basically onto the battery life. So these are about 6 hours with nothing on, and then about 4.5-ish with ANC, which is okay, really. Obviously, you'd prefer a bit more. And yeah, controls. So again, a lot of these Moondrop models are similar. They do pretty much everything apart from volume control. So you have to use your phone. Good or bad, to me, it doesn't make no difference, but it's good to have as much functionality on the units as possible. So yeah, comfort and fit. not too bad. And that's a sensor to detect when you take it out your ear. It pauses the music, put it back in, unpauses. Pretty cool. And that's that. So let's talk about like kind of build quality or fit and finish. Seems pretty good. Taking these tips off. Oval shaped tips, so bear that in mind. Seems fine. The unit seems quite large, but on the whole, it seems alright really. You might be able to tip swap or tip roll as you call it, but I have no issues with these. Standard tips seem fine really. So kind of functionality. So obviously it's got the app, which I'll get to in a sec. It's got ANC, which works okay. It seems quite strong. Noise, the ambient mode seems okay really. They're going to, it's not exciting. It's nothing special. It just works okay. Like I said, there's an app for these, the Moondrop Link app. I use the Android version. There's also an update for these, but there seems to be a problem with it. And it doesn't let you do it. I heard that the previous update had problems. So for the time being, if you do buy these, just stick with the original firmware, then update it when basically you get the go ahead really. And obviously there's 5 different tunings in the app. Obviously I graph them, so I'll talk about it in a bit. Obviously it makes a difference. It's the same thing to do with the ultrasonic, with the space travel. They've done it on a few different models really. So I'll get to that kind of stuff in a bit. Timbre wise, it sounds pretty good. The DD that I've used in this set seems pretty good so far. And soundstage is okay. Obviously I wish it was a bit bigger. I think the DD may have limitations, but then again, I'm not as critical of stuff. Critical of stuff when it's like you're out and about. You can't get perfection when you're out because you've got different noises, different situation. Where you're at home and you can have peace and quiet, I'm a bit more critical. But when you're out and about, does massive soundstage really matter and all this kind of stuff? But yeah, it sounds big enough really, and imaging's okay on this set. So sound, let's move these out of the way. As you can see, this was a pain in the neck to graph, like they always are. So they've only, as you see, they've only changed some of the lower mids and down. So let's go back to front. So treble on this set is actually not too bad. I like that they didn't make it really aggressive. I like they've done that before in the ultrasonic, where they've calmed down the lower treble upper mid range, so it actually sounds like, in my eyes, more realistic. And yeah, fairly safe set. As you can see, after the 8K, it drops off. Again, you just lack a bit of extension, but for the average person who out and about, trains, planes, buses, whatever, it's actually fine, really. Yeah, doesn't really shout. Not really. I like that. I like they've kept it restrained. Means you can listen to it properly without it being fatiguing. And the same goes for the mid-range. Female sets on this are actually pretty good. Again, not really forward, just like right part of the mix in my opinion. Now, the mid-range obviously differs, as you can see, lower down. So male vocals are a bit weak on this set, as you say. They're not really a really bassy set. And they don't really bleed that much from the bass to the mid-range. So male vocals are a bit softer, but then again, it all depends on what you're listening to. I was perfectly happy with it. So bass, as you can see, there's a lot of them. I have no use for basically 4 of these. I prefer, as you can imagine, the ultra bass one, and even that is not that bass heavy. You can see it doesn't really how the bass is tucked at the lower mids. So even this isn't really that much of a bassy set. Again, I have no reason why you want no bass. Maybe you only use it for monitoring, or you just, I don't know. But you have options. So obviously you got Solist bass, which might be the second best one, and then probably I'm trying to think now. You got Reference, probably not my cup of tea really, but yeah, probably Ultra bass and then Solist bass is probably more, my cup of tea, and then maybe more up to standard. Everything below, I don't know how used it is, but anyway, I like the ultra bass, but I want more bleed into the mids, and I probably want more bass myself. So yeah, ultra bass is still, I think, a pretty safe option. But I do like the actual sound quality of what these are like. So whatever you pick, I like that they're not really aggressive with the tuning, so you pick whatever suits you. Again, like I'll pick the ultra bass. You can also play around with the app as well if you want to with the EQ. There's LE mode for codecs, and whatever you want. Obviously, try the app, see what suits yourself really. And yeah, I like the tuning of these. Again, I'll probably just stick it into ultra bass, and probably I won't have to change it anymore. I'll be happy with that really. And yeah, kind of short and sweet. So what do I think? Not a bad set. I like these. Again, I think these are a cheaper version of the ultrasonic, but these are a single DD. They are a hybrid, and I like that these, because these are technically newer. I do prefer this newer case. I like to see a bit more battery life, from 6 hours and up to about 8 would be good. Considering it's Bluetooth 5.4, so technically the codec, the chipset's newer, so it should be more efficient. But it hasn't really came out that way, but yeah, decent set. Volume control on these as well would be pretty good as well. And better better obviously microphone quality, but we'll see what the future holds with the firmware updates. Then the Moondrop Link app seems fine really. It's a lot better than it used to be. I think it could do with a bit more work, but still I think it's good enough really. I like the sound of these overall. They're a pretty good set, I think. They cover all the bases good. They don't really excel at anything. They're not special, but they're just a safe bet across all of the categories: sound quality, use, battery life, fit, active noise cancellation. They're just very. It didn't sound bad, but I'm middle of the ground, so they're not bad, but they're not great. They're a safe option. I like this understated grey. I think it looks pretty good, and I do like the case, and I think that's pretty much it. So if you think I missed anything, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you in the next video.